Now once, the Hodja and his son were walking along the road toward town, and they were carrying merchandise with them to sell and sacks to bring things back from the marketplace. They were walking along, and the donkey was carrying things. It wasn't a very heavy load, though, so the donkey was moving very lightly. And as they were walking along the road, people looked at them and said, "Humph, you two are just walking along, and that donkey is carrying almost nothing. Why doesn't one of you ride the donkey?" Well, the Hodja and his son looked at each other and thought, that's not a bad idea. And so the Hodja helped his son up onto the back of the donkey, and he rode while the Hodja walked along with the donkey. And they walked along, and again, as they walked toward town, someone came along and said, "Humph! Why is that lazy young man riding the donkey and an older man walking along beside it? How rude." Well, the Hodja and the son thought about that, and the son climbed down from the donkey, and the Hodja climbed up onto the donkey, and the Hodja's son pulled the donkey along. Another person came along and said, "Why, you lazy old man, letting your son do all the work while you ride the donkey. That's terrible." And so the Hodja climbed down and thought, and then they both climbed up onto the donkey. Now this was a lot heavier, and the donkey wasn't happy, and the donkey began wheezing and complaining a little bit. And one of the people along the road said, "That's terrible, making the donkey do all of that work when you have two healthy people who can walk on their own." And so the Hodja and his son climbed down from the donkey, and they walked along on either side, and to make the donkey's load lighter, they picked up the things they were selling in town, so the donkey had absolutely nothing to carry the rest of the way. And the next person who saw them said, "Why are you carrying those things? You've got a perfectly good donkey who can carry things for you." And the Hodja told his son, "You have learned a valuable lesson this day. No matter what you do, someone can tell you how to do it better." And that was the story of Hodja and his son going to market.